Hello everyone, this is your English teacher and welcome to For the Love of Teaching. So this particular lesson is going to be on advanced grammar. So please do watch the video to the very end, and if you have any particular topics that you need to be more clear about, do let us know in the comment section. So let us get started with the lesson without any delay. So we have all been told that English language has a particular structure, that is subject, verb, object. Let us understand in detail what these are, and in this module we are going to dive much deeper. So the foundation is subject is the performer of the action and object is the receiver of the action. Subject is an entity in the sentence that performs the action. In short, subject is the agent and object is the thing or the person that is being acted upon. So for example, in the sentence he loves her, he is the performer of the action because he is the one who's loving, right? And her is the object. Her or she is the object because she is the one who's being loved. Let's take another sentence. In the sentence, she completes her sentences. She is the one who's completing her sentences. Hence, she is the subject because she is the agent, and sentences or her sentences is the object because her sentences are being completed by her. Now note, when it comes to passive voice, when we come to sentences that are written in passive voice, we identify the subjects differently because the logic of the passive voice is that we do not really, the subject is made optional, the agent or the performer of the action is made optional. So the subject is the noun or the pronoun phrase after which the verb is attached. That is why it is called a passive voice, because we do not really know the agent, we do not really know the performer of the action. We just know that, okay, this is being performed by somebody. For example, in the sentence, he was applauded by his team. He is the subject and team is the object. Now notice that if I write the sentence in the following way, he was applauded, it is still a complete sentence, right? That means subject or the performer of the action is completely optional. This is a feature of passive voice, and we'll learn about this in detail in our active and passive voice section, so please be tuned for that as well. Now let's move on to our next topic, that is, what are the units of language? These are words, phrases, clauses, and sentences. Words are a single unit of meaning. Clauses contain a subject and an object. Phrases consist of one or more words that are picked out of a clause or a sentence. And sentence is a meaningful unit that can be formed by one or more clauses. It is complete in and of itself. Now, to give you an example of a clause, let's say Madhuri plays cricket really well. In the sentence, Madhuri is the subject because she's the performer of the action. She's the agent. She's the one who's playing. What is she playing? Cricket. So cricket becomes the object. In the sentence, Madhuri is the subject and she is the performer of the action, and cricket is the object. Now, we can break clauses or sentences into phrases anyway. For example, Madhuri plays cricket really well. Everything becomes a phrase. However, to understand the underlying rules of grammar, we break sentences or clauses into phrases in very specific ways. For example, Madhuri is a noun, right? In this particular sentence, in the subject position, there's only one unit of noun. So Madhuri can become a noun phrase. Plays cricket really well. So plays is the verb in the sentence. So plays cricket really well will be a verb phrase because the rule says that anything starting from a verb, anything that goes along with the verb is part of a verb phrase. And really well is an adverbial phrase. Now don't worry, I'm going to explain this. Now really is an adverb because it is modifying well, which is an adjective. So that makes really verb an adverbial phrase. Now let's understand noun phrases, verb phrases, and adverb phrases in detail. Now, noun phrases. Nouns can refer to persons, places, things, and abstract concepts. Simply speaking, it names objects and, well, phenomena. Nouns are doers or receivers of action in a sentence. So this is important because if we find, it is very important to remember that the words that we'll have in our subjects and object position will be always a noun or a noun phrase. Now let's look into noun phrases a little bit more. So noun phrase will be any meaningful unit of the sentence that has a noun. Now please pay attention to this because noun phrases help us understand how nouns work in a sentence and what are the rules with regards to nouns and how do they occur in a sentence. Now the rules are exhaustive and we can do a complete session on that, but I'm just going to give you a very short example. For example, in a sentence, the librarian meets the reader. We can identify the noun phrase here. Librarian is the first noun that occurs in the sentence. So the noun phrase will be the librarian, the librarian. Now if we are careful, we'll notice that the is a determiner that occurs before librarian. So it modifies librarian, right? And similarly, reader is another noun that occurs in the object position. So it is again the modifies reader. So if we wish to study grammatical rules in detail, we'll notice that all of these sentences or all of these sentence structures make sense to us. Now moving on, let's take another example. My mother loves all her children. My mother can be classified as a noun phrase because mother is a noun. The determiner my, which is a possessive pronoun, modifies mother directly. Similarly, children is a noun and all her modifies children. Since all her children is another noun phrase. So children is a noun, of course, that we know. And well, what modifies children? It's these two words, all, her. So all of them, all her children are a part of a noun phrase. Now we divide sentences into phrases like noun phrase. Verb phrase also helps us understand how verb functions in a sentence. So that is all about verb phrases and noun phrases. I hope this video made sense to you. I hope it added value into your learning process. Thank you so much for watching it. And I'm giving you a few sentences. If you want, you can practice at home. You can practice identifying which are the noun phrases, which are the verb phrases in the sentence. For those of you who are very new to this, just identifying the noun phrases and identifying the verb phrases in a particular sentence is a very big leap. So I wish you a very happy learning. Thank you for watching this video and see you around next time. Bye bye.